Well, hello everybody. It's Dr. Karma Bryant. This is Car Chronicles. How you guys doing? You doing all right? Happy New Year's to each and every one of you. You guys ready? Well, let's do this. If you're not following Helen Sadler, your Destiny Helper, my mom, especially on Clubhouse. She comes on Tuesday mornings at 7:45 Pacific Standard Time, which is 9:45 Central Standard Time and 10:45 Eastern Time. I'm telling you guys, have a panel of professionals that talk about, the effects of narcissist abuse and toxic relationships. And if you're missing out on that, I mean, it's a wealth of information. It's juicy. It's just good stuff. And I just wanted to say something about what was said on the panel. And one of those things is we were talking about the holidays. And many people who are in situationships with narcissists know a lot of you hate the holidays. You hate the holidays because the holidays end up being all about the narcissist, or the narcissist purposely makes the holidays just unbearable. And so a lot of you, is not the fact that you hate the holidays, you hate what happens in the holidays, because everything is about the narcissist. Everything is turned toward the narcissist, or the narcissist purposely tries to ruin the holidays for you. And so you go into the holidays completely stressed out. You hate the holidays, you're completely stressed out, it's overwhelming for you. You want to be with family, but you have to take this narcissist with you, or you just choose not to even be around family because you know that narcissist is either going to embarrass you or make a show. There's always something. You know what I mean? There's always something. Well, one of the things I brought out was, just as stressed as you are about the holidays, the narcissist is just as stressed. And the reason why is because the holidays do not surround that narcissist. Think about it for a minute. Everything it orbits around that narcissist, but holidays is about other people. And so you may be busy buying gifts for your children, for your family. You're preparing to entertain. You're preparing. But think about it. A narcissist needs copious amounts of fuel. They need fuel. They need the attention. And during the holidays, the attentions are diverted, or they're diverted to someone or other family members away from that narcissist. And so that narcissist is craving, their fuel levels going low, and that narcissist is craving the attention that they normally get all year round. Now, birthdays and Valentine's, that's probably something that is focused on that narcissist. But Christmas holidays and Thanksgiving and other people's anniversaries and birthday party for other people, or bridal showers, or groom's bachelor parties, or the weddings itself, they still turn it. If you listen long enough, they still turn it to themselves. They turn everything to themselves. And these holidays, that like Thanksgiving, New Year's, Christmas, those holidays, or even your birthday, those holidays are focused on anyone else but them. And so they're stressed because they have to go into overtime, overwork, in order to get the fuel that they normally get. And so they'll do things like remind you of all the things that you've said about your family. You're having a private conversation with the person that you think you can love and trust, and you're spilling your heart out to this narcissist about how you feel. This is supposed to be your go-to person. This is supposed to be your person that you give your heart to, and you let them know how you feel, and maybe the struggles that you have in your families and things, but you're making it work, and you're going to your family, and you're trying to enjoy the holidays. But that narcissist makes sure they throw it in your face to keep you isolated from the family, or they throw it in your face because of the fact, why are you buying these gifts for so and so? Why they don't ever buy gifts for you, or they don't do this? They won't allow you to be your authentic self, because gift is not about, I'm gonna give you a gift in hopes that you give me one back. That a genuine gift giver gives a gift without the need of having to get something back in return. You're doing it out of your heart. Well, narcissist is not like that. If I do it, then I'm expecting something in return. Loyalty, obligation, worship, something. And so they'll throw that in your face. Or another thing, you get there and they make sure that they walk in and they shift the entire atmosphere. They create an atmosphere, and they're just woe is me, and depressed and anxious and sickly, and it's all about me, and oh my gosh, and no one cares about me. So all the attention is focused on this narcissist. So they come in and they command the room. They shift an entire atmosphere to a point where you hate being in the atmosphere, and so does everybody else. Because when the narcissist shows up, it's like, oh my God, here they are. Nobody will say anything, because they know if they say anything, it's going to be met with screaming and yelling and dramatics and drop food and let's go, and that's why I don't like being here. It's always something driven. Some of you guys can relate, you understand. Then the other narcissists are the type of people, they compete. So when they come, a lot of you experience debt, not just financial debt concerning the gifts that you're buying, but that narcissist has to show out. So they know that some people may not have the finances, and they purchase gifts out of the heart. They give gifts out of the heart, out of the kindness and the love in their heart. And so what they do is they compete. So they have to buy the most expensive gifts. They have to go all out. And the sad part about it is they think nothing about their family, because they have to be the center of attention. And center of attention in the family, center of attention. They show up, they rent a car, and it's a Bugatti. Can't even afford a Bugatti, but renting a Bugatti, or and they're lying about the fact that this is one of their cars in their garages. You guys living in a trailer. Now, I don't have anything against trailer, because they got some nice ones out there, and it's a manufactured home. But I mean, think about the status of the car, and then and where you're living. Or they go all out, and they're coming with name brand clothes. They go shopping to make sure this one day event, that you're going to see family. They make sure they go and max out your credit cards for gifts and for their own clothes, and to make sure they have the most expensive rental cars, and they got to show up and show out. They don't put on a prom gown, or they don't put on a tuxedo to go somewhere. And the sad part about it is they can care nothing about the family, because the attention is on them. So when the family goes home, you're struggling to figure out, how am I going to feed my kids? How are we going to pay this light bill? And then of course, everything is turned back on you. If you would have managed money better, and you're thinking to yourself, didn't you just spend all this money? Didn't you just max out the credit cards? And then the sad part about it is you're the one paying the credit cards, not them. You're the one paying the credit cards. So they don't care whether it goes in the collection or not. They'll just open up they're irresponsible. Even financially irresponsible. And they got a good game, y'all. They got a good game. See, they have head knowledge, but they don't know how to apply that a lot of times. They don't know how to apply the wisdom. They don't know how to apply that knowledge. They can spit you a good game about finances and business building and all that they're giving you, but they can't apply nothing to their own life. They are dramatic. They are all about themselves. They are selfish. They are irresponsible. Even the wealthy ones. You have wealthy ones that have, attained a vast amount of wealth. And they're good. They a vast amount of wealth, and they make sure that you know it. They may not publicly broadcast it all the time, because of safety reasons or whatever. But they have a vast amount of wealth and everything, and then you connect with them. And the sad part about it is you may not have as much as they do, that they'll try to drain you dry instead of using their own finances. You got to put your finances together. They much rather drain you dry than to lose anything that they have. Out of desperation and out of greed and just greedy individuals. But the holidays become just as stressful to them as it is to you. You can't stand it. I don't want to go. No. And most of you have decided, I'm not going anywhere for the holidays. I'm not going to visit anybody because I have to deal with them. I have to deal with that narcissist embarrassing me. That narcissist putting us in debt where I can't even eat. That narcissist showing out. That narcissist, becoming the center of attention. Everybody, they go to funerals, child. They go to funerals and all the attention is focused on them. They're dramatic. Now, you know that a narcissist does not have emotional empathy. I don't care what you think, they don't have emotional empathy. They have cognitive empathy, meaning they understand how the emotions work because they know how to push your buttons to get what they want, to get that fuel flow, like that gas station pump, get that fuel flowing. So they understand how to make the emotions work, but they themselves do not have emotional empathy. So even if their parents die, or if relatives died that they may have been so-called close to, it's all about the dramatics, you know, the crying, the falling on the coffin, the tripping and falling in the church, and the slide. So they're looking to see how other people are reacting, or they may contact someone to figure out how they're going to react, or talk to someone to see how they're going to react. And when that person reacts, oh my gosh, is there something I can do for you? Or how that person reacts, they click into that and then they go overboard. And if you notice, narcissists are always one step overboard, just too much, just way too dramatic. Like, what in the world? That is a narcissist. Everything, the world, it rotates around the narcissist. Every event rotates around the narcissist, but they're just as stressed as you are because they need that attention and they don't get it during the holidays.